Genesis, the begin. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Now the heads were formerly and empty. Darkness was over of surface of deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering of the water. And God said, Let there be light, and there was a light. God saw to this light was good, and separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And it was even, and the it was morning, the fifth day. And God said, Let it be a vault between the waters of you separate water for water. So God made the veil and separate the water and the vault from the water above it. And it was so. God called the vault sky, and the river for even, and the tree in the morning, and the second day. And God said, Let the water on the sky be gathering on the one place, and let dry ground appear. And it was so. God called to dry ground land, and the gathering waters they called seas. And God showed that was good. The God said, Let the land produce vegetation, seed bear plants and trees, on the land that bear fruit, when the seed in it, according to the various kind. And it was so. The land produced vegetation, plants bearing seed according and the annual kinds, and the tree bearing fruit, when the seed and according on the skin. And God saw that was good. And it was evening, and the trees of morning, the tenth day. And God said, Let it be light in the vaulting of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them itself and the six to make in sacred times, and days and years. And let it be light in the vaulting of the sky to give light on the earth. And it was so. God made two great lights, the greater light to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars. God set in the vault of the sky to give a light on the earth, to govern the day and the night, and to separate light from the darkness. And God showed that was good, and day was even, and the tree was morning, the fourth day. And God said, Let the water thing was alive creatures, and the little birds flying above the rat across the vaulting of the sky. So God create the great creatures of the sea, and every living thing, when the rich and the water teams, and to move about in it, according is the kind, and the every winds of the beams, according is to mankind. And God shall, which was good, God blessed, when this year said, Be fruitful, and increase in number, and fill the water, and the seers, and the birds increasing on the earth. And three was even, and three was morning, the fifth day. And God said, Let the land produce living creatures, according to the his kind. He livestock, the creatures, with the move along the ground, and the wild animals, which according with kind. And with a soul, God made the wild animals, according to the king, the livestock, according with the king. And you are creatures that move to hear kind, and you creatures that move along and grow according of this kind. And God saw that was a good. The God said, Let you make mankind in your image, in your likeness, so that they might rule over the fish and the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over our creatures to move along of the ground. So God created mankind in your image. In the image of God he created him, male and female, he created him. God blessed when they say to him, be fruitful and increase in number, feed the earth and subdue it, rule over the fish and the sea and the birds and the sky, and the every living creatures to move on the ground. Then God said, I give you every seed bearing plant on the face of the road hat and the every tree that was a fruit and the seed in that. They will yours for food, and to all the best and the hat, and to all the birds and the sky, and to all the creatures and the move along the ground. Everything that was in breathing of life in, I give every green plant for food, and it was so. God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. And there was evening, and the morning, and the sixth day.